So when you want to make a box, you need this FBB board. The FBB board, you need 270 grammage or 300 grammage of the FBB board. You can get it where they sell paper, so if you're in a way, you can get it around Douglas. Now we go ahead to the tools we need: scissors, tape, cutter, rule, and stapler. So this is actually a sketch of what you need. So here you need the height of your bus. To know the height of the bus, we are working with 3.5-inch high bus. So we have a length 8 inches length or 9 inches length. Then we also have 6 inches width, right? So that means all the sides of the bus will be 3.5 inches high. Over to measuring the width, that is measuring the height of the box. I'm actually measuring 3.5 first. So after measuring 3.5, then I will now measure the length. Do you understand? So I measured that as in 3.5 as many times so that I can be able to join it, if you can see the points there. Now I'm going ahead to join them together with the blunt side of my cutter and not my pencil. Why? Because I don't want my board to be dirty, and I will now start erasing the pencil marks. That's why I'm using this blunt this into mark. If you're actually following from this mark, so I'm going to measure out 8 inches, right? Actually depends on what you want. So you can do 8 inches, you can do 9 inches, you can do 10, depending on the size of whatever you're looking at. So we can actually make here 9 inches actually. Then if you make here 9 inches, remember that the height will be 3.5, right? So from here we are going to get another 3.5. So we'll first get our 9 inches. After getting 9 inches, then we'll now measure the height, which is 3.5 high. 3.9 inches. So I'm just going to go ahead and connect. So at this point, I'm going to turn over. I've actually connected it, right? I'm going to turn over, right? I've measured my height here. I have my height this way. So I'm now going to measure the width. Here was 9 inches, right? If you remember. Now our width, we are going to look at. First of all, we get the height. First off, we are looking for the height. So the height, if we get our height, which is 3.5, remember that the height will be the same all around the box. It's well explained. So when you get your height, you connect it. So after connecting, from this line that you've connected, right, we'll now measure, say, 6 inches. Depending on what you actually want to package, you can make it 6 inches, you can make it smaller, bigger. Do you understand me? So when you get the bus, so with time you can now know the actual dimension you want to get. All right. So now I've gotten here, that's from here to here, being 6 inch. I don't know, I just hope this thing is clear enough. Just hope it's clear enough. So from here to here is 6 inches. So from here, I will measure extra another 3.5. That is the height. So that's from here to here. 3.5. Ahead to join them. Remember, I'm joining with the blunt parts. So at the end of the day, I'm not going to cut out. I'm going to cut out these edges like all around, not the inner part, the outer part. So I'm cutting from the line, right? I don't hope you are seeing it. I'm cutting from the line. Then I'll come and cut. Right? Now this is excess. Now this is what we actually have. So the point, this is what you saw in the drawing. Are you seeing it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Now I'm going to fold in all this edge. I'm going to fold them in, following the line. That's why you need that your cutter. You will just fold, you will fold, you will fold. Now when you're done with this box, if you think it's too long or it's too small, you can increase it, right? You can also make it into square shape. Square shape meaning you can make it 8 by 8, 9 by 9, 10 by 10. So I'm cutting out this side and leaving to this point so that it can be foldable. So now, are you seeing that when you bring it together, it becomes what? Foldable, right? You can now fold in. Box. At the end of the day, you still clip. You clip. Height for the cover is going to be 1 inch, right? 1 inch. For the length, right? For the cover, actually you are supposed to do 1 inches high. The length should be 1 inches high. Then you now measure the width first. You can now add a little inch to it, right? Here was 6 inches. Here was 6 inches, so we're adding something to the 6 inches. So we'll do the same. Now I'll measure out 1 inch too from the starting point. Then just measure so that I as many as possible so that I can join it to get a straight line, right? Then I will measure this. Remember that we had 9 inches, right? So I'll measure out 9 inch. It's actually the same thing with what you did for here, but the difference is in the height. The difference is just in the height. Do you understand? I just hope you do. So at this point, I'm just going to join this. Remember to add in something. So I'm cutting out this. Right? Now you see that we have this height and this height, right? So now I'm going to measure that I'm joining just almost the same thing I did. So I'm just joining, right? Actually, for this paper, this particular paper, this side is not up to 1 inch. So I'm just managing it that way. So, but make sure your own is at least 1 to 1.5, right? Now you cut out. Fold, then join. So this is me after clipping it. Do you understand? I see this is our cover. So you can still decide to cut it open and use that what's it called for spiral bind. Now your boss and your cover. So you go ahead and cover it up. This is the reason why you are giving it balance so that it will fit properly. It's ready.